Well, hey folks, how y'all doing? Welcome back in. Oh man, yeah, what are we doing today, Tom? We're going to be doing a rolling tool cart with drawers, 6 drawers in there, folks. And this whole thing has been rattling around in my brain for a while now. And what really got this going was the drawer slides. I found what I thought was a deal, and I'll show you what I got here on Amazon. And I got a 10 pair of 24-inch hardware ball bearing slides, full pull-out for 70 bucks. And you can see this is what it is. So they're the 24-inch, and I tell you what, that's what sparked this whole thing. So we're going to build a very utility type cart. Today we're going to start on the drawers, and we're going to build them very simplistic. But I'm going to use some pretty decent material. So I've got some half-inch plywood, and we're going to use our table saw. We're going to use power tools today, folks. So remember, if you're not comfortable using power tools, then don't forget to wear your all your proper safety gear. And let's make some drawers. All right, take another look at my rough drawn plans here, folks. 6 drawers, 6-inch drawers. That's going to give me 36 inches in height. I want to keep it square, 24 by 24, right around there. I'm going to build the drawers and then frame around it. It's going to have a top on it, probably just melamine. It'll stick out. I'm going to have some nice casters on the bottom, locking casters on the bottom. It's going to be something where I can store all my smalls and then roll it around the shop down here as I need. When I said simplistic on the drawers, I really am going to go simplistic. I did a lot of research. Working with half-inch plywood, the Craig jig came into mind, but really doesn't work well with anything less than 3/4 of an inch when it comes to plywood. Can you use it? Yes. I see a lot of positive and negatives. We're going to do butt joints, and we're going to use staples, and we're going to use glue, and we're going to use the bottom panel as a key to holding the whole thing together. So this is as simplistic as a drawer, utility type drawer that you can make. And it works. So let's make some sawdust. All right, there's a setup of the table saw, folks. I've got my dust collector going there if you're curious about that. I did a video on that. That's a Cyclone dust collector. Got that actually from Home Depot. And what it does is that instead of taking all the dust and putting it in your shop vac, it puts it in a 5-gallon bucket and helps to save the filter a little bit when you're doing like coarse stuff like here on the table saw. And the table saw is a Grizzly, folks. I did a review of this. This thing has been, and I owe you folks another like a 6-month review of this thing because it has been just rock solid. If you're in the market for a good portable saw, take a look at Grizzly. Folks, that frame is just, there is no movement in this thing. Not like the tubular ones. This thing is like solid. And then you're looking at that controller, that's a soft start. A soft start on a portable table saw. All right. All right, so with this way of building a drawer, like I said, our bottoms are the key. We're not dadoing them in. They're going to be on the bottom, and all our side pieces are going to be glued and stapled into here. So what you want to do is you just want to make sure that when you're cutting your bottoms, and that's what I like about this table saw, is that everything was nice and square. I even pulled diagonals on these, and they're perfect. So that's what's going to determine how long I cut these. And then I've got another sheet back there, which is a sanded piece. That's going to be my faces. So we'll get these cut for the 3 sides, and then we'll figure out how we're going to do that face piece. All right, so without the saw running or dust collection, what I did was I measured up everything to make sure that these are going to be the sides. So there's a total of 12 of these. And I'm just using as my stop, and I left myself enough room so I could take one cut on this side, and then everything's nice and square. And I'll tell you what, works beautiful. All right, so now you're starting to get the idea how this is starting to come together. So now I need to cut the backs. Remember, I'm going to do the front with some sanded plywood. Those are going to be a little bit bigger because I want a little bit of an overlap. So I just need to cut in between those. So this is a half-inch, so 1 inch smaller than what I did before. It's the same routine. All right, so I've got, you can see I got my backs, 6 of them cut, and then my sides times 12. So now we're going to make our fronts. All right, folks, got everything cut off here. You can see if it's going to fit on here. What I did for the face is I went a 1/2 inch wider. That'll give me a little bit of a gap. And then what I did is those poles we've got, drawer slides, you should say, are 1/2 inch. They're 1/2 inch thick. So I had to go 1 inch bigger for that. And then our skeleton, our outside is going to be 1/2 inch plywood also. So I went 1 inch for that. So that's a total of 2 inches longer than this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand the inside ones. I'm not going to sand the bottoms because I'm probably going to put something on there just to keep things from rolling around in there. And we'll start putting it together. All right, we're running 80 grit down the rigid and 120 on the baller. Perfect. All right, you see everything sanded there. I'm going to use some picture frame clamps here just on the bottom. You know, I've had these things forever. And we're just going to clamp them in place. You can see that gives a nice tight joint. And then I'll tell you what, I'll show you how we're going to put them together. All right, so I put a little glue on the joint, and then I'm using these 1 1/8 inch by 1/4 inch narrow crown staplers, 18 gauge. And I'm going to shoot, and I did, shoot 4 of them in there. And that'll hold it. What I'll do is I'll leave the clamp on there for a minute, put the clamp on the other side, and do the same thing. Just like that. So we're putting them in, and you can see our glue, and we just wipe off our glue excess. All right, cool. All right, so I'll leave the clamps on, and then I'm just going to put a bead of glue all the way around the 3 sides, and then we're going to put our top on to secure it using those 1 1/8 1/4 inch crown staples. So we'll get that going. Get her finished up here on these 3 sides. About every 6 inches I'm putting a nail. I should say staple. So that'll hold it just fine. And allow that to help clamp that glue and make it a nice strong joint. All right, so I've got the drawer clamped down to a sawhorse, and I've got 2 pieces of 2x4 cut at 1 inch thick. Remember, I had 1 inch overhang, so this will be my guide on both sides, and then I'm just going to go flush with the bottom of the drawer face on this. Put some glue on there. Oh, let's get her. All right, folks, glue's on. If you've never seen one of these things, it's called a glue bot. It works really nice. You just squeeze it, and it gives you better control. And to put these in, because I'm on the face here, I'm going to use a pin nailer, 1 inch pins. All right, there it is, all done. I got 5 more to go. I tell you what, took my time, made sure everything was cut right. It went together like a glove. This is going to be a nice drawer, folks, especially in this, what we're building here is this roller workbench with 6 drawers in it. And I think it's gonna be really nice. Folks, this is just the first. I'm probably gonna have maybe at least 1 more, if not 2, showing how I built this thing, and then a culmination of all of it. So keep on watching. Gosh darn it, folks, if you could subscribe. Tom Horseman at YouTube, a thumbs up, leave a comment, and as always, appreciate you watching. Thank you.